Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Got a video of the day from Peace World. Man gets justice. Finally. Woman who falsely accuses him of SA goes to jail. Let's check this out. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Explain to me what you mean by marriage is hard.
Okay.
Oh, the audacity.
The rage I instantly felt. 22,000 likes. I want a man, but I don't want him living in my house. Why are they like this? You know what? And it's completely unacceptable. But I have a question. If that is unacceptable, then how is that acceptable? Can one of you please honestly explain to me how one rag...
You should show their cars, too. A whole segment of women and their dirty-ass cars.
on a stove can get you that angry, but yet this disaster up here is acceptable? Please explain.
There's no real conversation to be had. The data is very, very clear. 50% of marriages end in divorce. Women initiate those divorces 70 to 80% of the time, depending on where you live. Modern women will do whatever they need to do to end relationships and marriages. It doesn't matter.
It's true.
They will find a way. More than you can believe, they will find a way, okay? This is one conversation. But they will allow things like this to build up, and then they will explode in a, he's invalidating my feelings. My emotional needs aren't being met. That's why I had to end it.
You have a man, though. You have a man, though. The funny part is there's a chapter in her book that says, I would rather die alone. And she said, fuck it, I'm going to sell this to the girlies. I have a man. That has nothing to That shit has nothing to do with me. I'm not dying alone. Y'all can. Hold on. True's man, he is in his soft guy era. This girl is going on a national world tour about I hate men. Do y'all see the kind of scam and finesse she's doing in front of your eyes? She has a man, and she loves her man, and she's telling other women, you should rather die alone. Put this in perspective. C tier to even S tier artists that do national world tours for their music, she is doing a national world tour about I hate men. How much money? How much money do you think she is making? Do you think her man is making more than her? No, Sirski. He is in his soft guy era. She keeps on talking about soft guy era this, soft guy era that.
Shut the fuck up!
Guy era movement is pushing partnership. We know we need a woman to help us out.
These guys.
It's 2024. The average rent is about to be $18.50 for a one-bedroom apartment. Bread is about to be $10. Eggs are about to be $16. And she's out here telling you, you should hate men. What the fuck? Me and Mark are selling clothes that we actually live by. No broke women. Why would I want to date a broke bitch? But Drew is selling a book about how she hates men and how women should rather die alone, but she loves her man. Good fucking luck.
We've seen this before. Beyonce, all the single ladies. Meanwhile, she's getting cheated on by Jay-Z and taken it back. Sierra, the song for the single ladies. Meanwhile, she has the quintessential husband. She has the husbands that all the 3 or 4 want. There are these people, and it's not just women, because in the red pill, you see it as well.
True.
They promote a lifestyle that they aren't living just for the money. They just want the money. In this situation, these women are eating up, hate men. While she's laid up in bed with her man every single night. And you women are on the internet talking about, I'm going to die alone. Fantastic, by the way. I could not care less. Has nothing to do with me. But I just find it so interesting how stupid these women actually are.
They always seem to gravitate towards the scammers more than anything. They never gravitate towards solid people that give solid advice. It's always the scammy type people that they always seem to promote and talk about.
This woman is 22-year-old Eleanor Williams. She claimed to have been abused by an Asian gang in Barrow-in-Furness, which led to mass demonstrations and innocent people being targeted. A restaurant owner was arrested and received death threats. Another person's marriage broke down. Someone had to leave the area and go into hiding, and a man was jailed for 10 months on remand whilst the police did an investigation. She posted pictures on social media that she claimed came from the assaults. She sent messages to herself, making them appear that they came from traffickers and from other victims. She claimed she'd been drugged and sexually assaulted since she was the age of 12 and been trafficked to various countries, including Ibiza and Amsterdam. However, she made it all up. She duped the police, who themselves made serious investigative errors. She's now been found guilty for 8 counts of doing acts tending and intended to pervert the course of justice. She clearly needs help, but let's be clear, her actions have caused so much damage. It prevents
A man went to jail for 10 months while they were investigating?
genuine victims from coming forward and being believed.
True.
So I actually remember around this time, there was a lot of tension against like Asian men and I believe Muslim men because they were getting accused of rape. A lot of them. I actually remember this time. There were a lot of Asian men and Muslim men, I believe, who were getting accused, and I'm sure a few of them were convicted of rape. And she told her lie right in the midst of that. She capitalized off that tension. And I believe one man, who was actually a white man, went to prison. We're going to hear from him later. And there were a bunch of other guys who were just getting so much abuse. Abuse to the level where they had to move out, they had to flee. Their lives would never be the same.
Have you ever pondered the ripple effect of a false accusation? How it can destroy lives, reputations, and even stir up societal discord? Today we delve into the story of Eleanor Williams, a 22-year-old woman whose false claims caused an uproar in Britain, igniting racial tensions and leading to her incarceration. In chronological order, our story begins with Eleanor, a young woman with a seemingly normal life. However, beneath the surface, a plot was brewing, one that would cause catastrophic consequences for many. Eleanor fabricated a story, claiming she had fallen prey to an Asian grooming gang. She alleged that they had drugged and forced her into prostitution. Eleanor didn't stop at mere accusations. She went as far as to provide detailed descriptions of her supposed assailants, their vehicles, and locations where she claimed the heinous acts took place. Her words painted a vivid and horrifying picture, one that was difficult for anyone to ignore. The impact was immediate and far-reaching. Tensions flared, particularly racial ones.
Also, don't forget, this is the UK, okay? And a lot of people don't like when I say this, but this is the reality we live in. Especially at that time, white woman comes out claiming rape against an Asian gang. The Asian gang had no chance. They had no chance whatsoever.
The Asian community in Britain found
The Asian gang wasn't even a part of it. It's just Asian men now are getting trashed and trounced by this particular incident. Not even the gang members.
themselves under a harsh spotlight, their every move scrutinized. The public outcry was deafening, and the police, under immense pressure, launched a large-scale investigation. However, as the investigation deepened, inconsistencies in Eleanor's story emerged. The evidence she had provided didn't hold up under scrutiny. The locations she mentioned either didn't exist or bore no signs of the crime she described. The vehicles and individuals she detailed couldn't be traced. In the end, the truth surfaced. Eleanor had made it all up. The revelation sent shockwaves throughout the nation. The damage, however, was already done. The Asian community had faced unwarranted suspicion and hostility, their lives disrupted by a lie. Eleanor was subsequently convicted for perverting the course of justice and sentenced to over 8 years in prison.
Thank you, UK. Thank you. 8 years is actually pretty significant and sufficient to me for her, all of her false accusations. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 10, 15 years I've been okay with, but 8 years, I don't hate on that. I don't hate on that at all.
Her actions served as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of false accusations. To summarize, Eleanor Williams, a 22-year-old woman, falsely accused an Asian gang of grooming, drugging, raping, and forcing her into prostitution. Her lies fueled racial tensions in Britain and led to a widespread investigation. When her deceit was uncovered, Eleanor was sentenced to more than 8 years in prison for perverting the course of justice. This story highlights the far-reaching effects of false accusations, not only on the accused but also on entire communities. The lesson is clear: the truth may be slow to surface, but it always does, and the consequences of lies can be severe and long-lasting.
So again, this woman, she accused multiple men, okay? But if I'm not mistaken, this man in particular went to prison. I might be wrong, But let's hear what he had to say.
Destroyed me, not only me, it's destroyed my partner, it's destroyed my family, my little boy.
What do you feel it has done to you, Jordan? I mean, I think you're very brave for speaking out about it, but what you've been through has been hellish, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's destroyed me, not only me, it's destroyed my partner, it's destroyed my family, my little boy. It's destroyed us as a community. It's been awful.
Now I know she's locked away for a bit longer, it's just a bit of a relief, but I wish it was longer a sentence. I do think I'll be able to move on with my life a little bit, but I'm also going to have the thought in my head that it's only 2 years of my life till she's free again. So as bad as it sounds, I do think I'm going to move out of the area, and so I'm not in the same area as when she's released.
So I'm not sure how my family and I are going to recover from this. The mud sticks, and I fear it may take some time. But as a family, we remain strong, and we will be strong. And we're determined to move forward positively with our lives.
For 2 years, I didn't go out, I didn't socialise, I was 17, 18, staying at home all the time, not really living a life that a teenager should have done just because I was scared, for like our own protection, we go out and then something happens, it might just be easier staying at home.
Do you think, well, obviously he's not done anything, but the fact how long it's taken to prove his innocence, he wasn't allowed to say anything, and in the meanwhile, he was attacked and all this abuse, and it's taken us 3.5 years to get to this, for the truth to actually come out.
And by the way, I believe she only got 8.5 years. So yesterday, when I spoke about what the woman did, I believe she had two 15-year-olds. And I said, if she don't get more than 10 years, it's because of things like this. These women get slaps on the wrist. This should be a 20-year sentence. She ruined people's lives.
Okay, I can agree with you, P.
But false accusations, how many years would they have been facing if she was proved right? If she was actually innocent? If this actually
20 to
happened
30
to her?
for sure.
If she's lying, she should face that exact penalty.
I'll go a step further. She should have faced the exact penalty times how many ever times she accused people. So if it's 20 to 30 years and she did it to 5 men, 20 to 30 years times 5.
But that's not how it works. Because the system isn't about fairness.
Nope.
So suck Kevin, come kiss you, and it has no bounds for me. That's when you get embarrassed. That's when you get mad to where you want to put your hands on me. I don't care. I been sucking 2019, ain't shit changing. I'm 24 years old. I was 19 when I first met Kevin. Ain't nothing changed. It's gonna be me and Kevin until the end of time. And this is gonna be me and Christopher until the end of time.
What is up with her eyelashes? She looked like she got beat up already with how one is all super caterpillar-y and the other one is like a super forest or something.
Cause I love you, dog. You're my baby daddy. I want to have more kids with you. But I'm going to suck as soon as you make me mad. And you know that every time. Like, you act like when you got to Kevin's house, I was going to get out the car. Why would I get out the car when I get to Kevin's house when I see your friend's car behind me? Hey, you have to wait your turn to go through my phone like you do any other time I'm with Kevin. You have to wait your turn to go through my phone and then get mad about it later on. And say, Erica, so you telling me on this day you was with him and you swear you knew I was with him. Why are you acting so crazy? Who is Kevin? Kevin is the nigga I've been fucking with since I was 19. That's who Kevin is. Kevin is the nigga I've been fucking with since I was 19 years old, before TikTok, before Snapchat, before anything. Kevin is who I met when I was 19, and I've been cheating on who my baby daddy since.
So you might be wondering, what did you just watch?
What did we
is
just
this?
watch?
Okay, so this is a high-ranking demon, yes. Her name is Erica, I believe. But in watching this video, right, the one thing that got me was the idea of toxic masculinity. And you've probably heard other people say this, but I don't believe toxic masculinity is a real thing, because the men who are toxic are feminine. The men who put hands on women are the ones that can't control their emotions. Those are the weak men. Those are the men who will stay with women like this and be with women like this. Women who will disrespect them. Women who will tell them, I am cheating on you. I am going to do this with this guy and kiss you on the lip. And there's really nothing you can do about it. But they'll come on the internet. They'll act tough. They'll put their hands on their women. These are toxic men, and they are not masculine, they are feminine. And when it comes to women like this, those are the only type of men that would deal with them long term.
True. I agree with that.
Who's the best lawyer?
Jay Oma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
He got my case dismissed.
What were you charged with?
Possession of controlled substance. Of 155 grams of codeine with promethazine.
And what was the other
That's
charge?
a lot.
The other charge was fraudulent prescription.
Fraudulent possession of
Prescription, yeah.
And how many counts?
That was 13 counts.
Gosh. And how much prison time are you looking on?
Over 100 years.
And how much prison time are you looking on the promethazine codeine?
20 years.
And how much prison time are you looking at the scripts?
20 years for each prescription.
And there's how many?
That's 13, so that's over.
So 13 times 20. Bro is facing 260 years in prison. What?
Over 100 years in prison.
All right. And are you happy with the results?
Happy, man. If y'all need anything, go to Jay Oma. He's gonna get you right. He's gonna beat your case, dismiss. I didn't even have to worry about nothing.
So wait, he just beat 260 years of potential prison time. Man, this one I don't think is as bad as some of the other ones we've reacted to from this series, but this man is a really good lawyer despite the cases he's taken on.
Wait, hold up. Time out. I'm sorry. If you're facing 260 years in prison, chances are you're guilty, okay? We might have to get Jay Oma, or whatever the fuck his name is, off the streets, okay? He's doing too much. Some demonic lawyer. 260 years?
My paycheck with me as a 26-year-old resident doctor living in South Florida. My monthly paycheck after taxes is $4,081. The first thing that I do every...
Wait. She's a doctor? And she only makes that much?
month is pay all of my bills. I start by paying my rent, which is $2,300. For electricity, I pay $75. My water bill is $90. For internet, I pay...
Why is the water bill higher than electricity bill? What is going on with that?
$40, renter's insurance $15, and then my phone bill is $80. My car is paid off, so I only have to pay car insurance, which is $100, and for gas, I budget $80. In terms of my daily living, I budget for groceries $300, for dining out $150, my subscriptions $40, and then I budget $150 for miscellaneous. In terms of my health, I like to budget for my copays and medications $80, my gym membership, which is currently ClassPass, I pay $90, and then for my physician's disability...
$90 a month for gym? You guys are paying way too much for gym. I paid $26.
insurance, I pay $100. For my student loans, I'm currently paying $300. So my total expenses prior to savings come out to $3,990. What I have left over from that is approximately $91. I'm currently not contributing anything to my Roth IRA, and all the money that I have left over, which is $91, I put towards my emergency fund.
So I'll put this video at the end because I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, what's this doing here? It's a bit weird. But this is real. Has nothing to do, her video has nothing to do with dating, no agendas. She's just showing you as a doctor in training how she breaks down her money, right? I don't know what 4K after taxes is in America, but in the UK, if you're making 4K after tax in England, you're doing very well, okay? 2.3 on an apartment, that's excessive in the UK. Again, I don't know what it's like in America.
In Cali, like $1,850 for a single bedroom if you're not, directly in LA, like in the major metropolitan LA, or else you're paying about that much, $2,300 or so. So her numbers aren't really that off from major cities.
What's my point? My point is, when I see this and I hear women say, I don't want to do 50-50, mentally there's something wrong with you. Because this woman's making, again, from my perspective, good money. And she has $91 left. Imagine if you were making that and if you had a partner to split that 50-50, all of a sudden, that 91 goes to what? 1.8? 1.7? But 50-50 bad. It generally doesn't make any sense.
Shout outs to P World. That budget looked pretty legit, other than the water being more expensive than electricity. That's one of the first times I've ever seen that. Electricity is almost always more expensive than water. It's crazy. But it's expensive out there, especially in these major metropolitan cities. even people here are now moving more towards the Inland Empire area because houses are cheaper. Houses are about 500 grand, 600 grand in Inland Empire area, where houses normally within the outskirts of LA are 850 grand. So shit's way overpriced right now, guys. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.